Do you enjoy stories of interesting places and fascinating history? Hidden West on YouTube is about the past, present, and future that make Western America such a unique place. Every week, a new video will bring you insightful and inspiring stories showing why there is no place in the world like the West. Welcome to Martha Runs the World, a podcast with a new take on running, fitness, and all things health-oriented. I'm Martha Hughes, your host, and each week I present a new topic that is of interest to all runners. Hi, and welcome to episode 370 of Martha Runs the World. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I always appreciate it each and every week. I watched this YouTube video a few weeks ago, actually a few months ago now, about San Francisco staircases and thought it would be fun to go scope some of them out and run them or climb up them and run down them, I should say. I can't run up them really very well. If I do, I run out of breath pretty quickly. During COVID in 2020, I did find a book about San Francisco stairways and the walks you could do on them. I thought it was a pretty good guide. The book is called Stairway Walks in San Francisco by Ada Bakalinsky, and it's pretty decent. It has a lot of walks. Some of the walks are really tough. They add in a lot of stairs in them. I had to break some of them down because they were just really, really tough to do in a run situation. I think if you were out hiking all day, it wouldn't be quite as difficult, but it was pretty fun. I thought it was a good guide. It didn't include all the stairs in San Francisco. Maybe it's a little bit older book. Maybe they've just missed some. I couldn't go on every single staircase in San Francisco, nor am I going to, but I did go on quite a few, and I'm going to talk about those today. I didn't expect there would be so many. Of course, in a city that has so many hills as San Francisco, you're going to expect stairs. I found so many cool ones. Even though I've lived in the city most of my life, I have found so many cool staircases. And it's such a great exercise to go up and down stairs. Just what a great, great exercise. One rule of thumb about San Francisco. Pretty much anywhere you go where there's a hill, you're going to find stairs. You can't really avoid them unless all you want to do is run on the Embarcadero all the time and just do that and nothing but that. You're going to find stairs, you're going to find hills, and you're going to find hills with stairs. Growing up in the SF Bay Area as I did, hills were just a natural part of life. And I'm not talking about gentle rolling hills of the Midwest. No. We don't have those. We have really tough hills. We have some super steep hills. I remember this half marathon I was doing years ago, and it started at Ocean Beach and ended at City Hall. It was the rock and roll half marathon that was done in San Francisco in the old way. Well, they don't have it anymore at all. And the last time I did it, it started and ended at Ghirardelli, which was a much nicer way to do it. But the old way, it started at Ocean Beach and ended at City Hall. It was a really tough race. And you actually went up Lincoln Way, up the side in the Presidio. And it was really, really hard. And I remember these two women, I think they were from Nebraska or something. They were saying, I didn't realize we were going to go up a mountain. Well, it's not really a mountain. It's a hill. These are our hills. I'll take you to the Sierra Nevadas if you want to see mountains. But anyway, so you're going to get lots and lots of stairs in San Francisco. There are at least 900 public staircases in San Francisco. There may be more. There may be up to 1,000 of them. I decided I would discover as many as I could, and I have. I'm going to probably find out more, but for this project, I wanted to find out as many as I could, and I'm not going to find all of them. I'm not an obsessive person like that. I'm not the type that's going to do all of them, or everything. I'm going to tell you about some of them, the ones that I did anyway. And these are really, really fun, and it's a really nice way to discover the city and to discover nice neighborhoods that you might not even find out if you didn't go for the stairs. Some of the neighborhoods are a lot more well-known, and Probably some of these stairs you've already visited. You may have. Some of them are in touristy areas, some of them are not, and that's what makes it kind of fun. The first couple groups of stairs are the Filbert stairs and the Greenwich stairs. These are probably the most traveled steps in San Francisco. They're certainly two of the most well-known. They go up to Coit Tower, from Sansom Street. You probably have gone up or down them at some time. You don't usually go up and down them in the same trip. You might go up them to visit Coit Tower and then go down the other side into North Beach, or you go up North Beach and then down them to Sansom Street. And then you can go to Pier 39 or Fisherman's Wharf or whatever you want to do from there. They're made of wood, and the stairs themselves are not really pretty, but the neighborhoods you see from them are gorgeous. Greenwich is about 1 block north of Filbert. They're both really cool. You can't go wrong with either one. Filbert is a little bit of the long way around, but you get more views of the gardens and the architecture of the buildings. These are really neat. You go through what seems like people's backyards. You're not really going through their backyards, but you get to see their backyards. And depending on the time of year, you get to see these beautiful flowers and the fruit trees and things like that. It's just really, really nice, peaceful walk. So when you're huffing and puffing up the stairs, you won't mind it so much because the flowers and the gardens are so pretty. With Greenwich, you get to go by Julius Castle, which used to be a restaurant. It closed in 2007, but it was an Italian restaurant. And the thing about that restaurant was the views. The food, it was okay. I've heard people say how wonderful the food was. Well, it really wasn't wonderful. It was all right. The thing with that restaurant were the views. That's why you went. You didn't go for the quality of food. If you wanted really good quality, you would go to another restaurant in North Beach. You went to Julius Castle for the views exclusively. It's a lovely building, but it has remained empty, which is kind of sad. I hope someone buys it and does something with it. It would be kind of nice to have that working again and have people visiting it again. I'm not sure what they're going to do with it. The wonderful thing about these stairs is that they are traveled a lot. They get a lot of tourists and a lot of locals who use it for exercise. But I would say a lot of tourists do use it, so you might be going past a lot of people huffing and puffing on their way. It's nice about it because if you go up the stairs on the other side, you get to run down. And it's really steep. No matter which way you're going to go, it's going to be steep. The streets that lead up to Coit Tower are steep, and then if you go up the streets, then you get to go down the stairs. So you don't actually have to huff and puff going down the stairs, which is a nice change. The next set of stairs is the next stairs are the 16th Avenue tiled stairs, and that's out in the outer Sunset, which is little ways way far away from Coit Tower. This is not a touristy area. Takes a little bit of time to get to. You can drive to it. That's fairly easy. Or you can take the 28 numbered Muni bus and then walk up a few blocks. It's going to be a steep walk, but it's worth it. You go straight up Moraga Street from 19th Avenue, and then you get to 16th Avenue tiled stairs. These were the first tile stairs in San Francisco. They're also one of the longest staircases. It's a tough climb, but it's really worth it. These tiles are so beautiful. There's scenes of the ocean swirling around fish, and then as you get towards the top, it turns into sun with rays shining out. It's really pretty. And then once you're at the top, you're near Grandview Park, and the views are incredible. Now, this part of the outer Sunset can be overcast and foggy, so you're not guaranteed beautiful views. So it really depends on what time of year you're there and what the weather's like, obviously. If you're there in the summer, you're more likely to have fog. That's just the way it is towards the ocean in the summer. Everyone thinks that it's going to be hot in the summer. It's probably going to be hot if you go inland towards the valley or towards the East Bay, but it's not necessarily hot at the ocean in the summer in San Francisco. But if you go there, like, in the fall or in the winter and it's not, like, raining like it is today, you are more likely to have a really nice day. I was there in January. It was a cool but extremely clear day, and the views were magnificent. Really, really well worth the effort to take. And as a matter of fact, that is the thumbnail picture is of the 16th Avenue tiled stairs. Now, round the corner of the tiled stairs are the hidden garden steps. And not a whole lot of people know about these. They don't get the press that the 16th Avenue ones get, but they are equally pretty. They're really nice. They're not quite as long as 16th Avenue ones, but they're really, really nice and they shouldn't be missed. I mean, if you're in the area anyway, if they're right in that neighborhood, go around the corner a couple blocks and then you can find these. There's a few stairs around that area, so why not do it all in one trip? Get some good cardio in. The hidden garden stairs are not quite as long, and they're really, really pretty. The tiles are of plants and creatures found in gardens, and they're very delightful. Even when I was huffing and puffing up these stairs, I really appreciated the tile work. The artwork is really nice. There's even a tile plaque at the bottom, so you know where you are, and there's a really pretty painted bench next to it, although I kinda needed that bench at the top rather than at the bottom. It's kinda silly to have it at the bottom. It's like, yeah, that would've been nice at the top, but this is a really nice set of stairs that you shouldn't miss. Now, up the street from the Hidden Garden steps are the 15th Avenue steps, and if you haven't had your fill, this is another set. Now, these are not as pretty as the other 2, but it's very, very long, and if you get up to the top, you will get another view. Now, this is on the other side of Grand View, so it's a different part of the mountain, so you will get a different view from here as you would from the 16th Avenue. It's well worth it. Once you get to the top of the hills, the views of the city are really, really nice. If you are on the right day, of course. If it's overcast or cloudy, you're not gonna get the views, but it's still well worth doing. Now, if you cross the city where you almost get to the Presidio, but not quite, you'll get to Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park is a really cool area. That's where the Legion of Honor is, and there's an art museum there that is well worth it if you want to visit it. It's really nice, and it's a great park. There's, a path there that I'll tell you about, but that is where the Lincoln Park steps are, and they are on the eastern side of Lincoln Park, and they're short and wide, so they're not very tall, but they're very much worthwhile visiting. That didn't sound right, but anyway, they are well worth a visit. They are very pretty, and they don't take long to get up, and it can be the start of your run, especially if you're gonna go on the Land's End Trail, and that's the trail I was, referring to. It's a really nice trail, it's not long. You will get steps in the Land's End Trail, and you will get plenty of workout, so there are steps also in the Land's End Trail, and these steps are not made for human legs. I swear to God, these steps are made for 7-foot tall people. They're not made for 5'4" people like me. So the steps I kind of have to work really hard for in Land's End, but that's really well worth run. It's a nice trail run. It's not that long. It's like a mile and a half total. I mean, it may be a mile total each way, maybe. I think it's a little less, but it's a really nice run, and you get beautiful views. And from on Land's End, you will get the most beautiful views of the Golden Gate Bridge and the Marin Headlands across the ocean. And you can also go down to the beach if you want to make it even tougher. There's a set of stairs that go down there. There used to be a labyrinth down there. I don't think it's there anymore, but there used to be one down there that was really cool. But yeah, you can still go down there and get some more stairs if you want. If you haven't had your fill, there are more stairs down there. But check that out. There are lots of stairs in the Land's End and at Lincoln Park. Oh, and you can also from there, you can also continue your run and go down the side, past the closed Cliff House, and I'm not sure when they're gonna reopen that, but they're redoing it, so I'm sure it won't be that much longer, but, I hoped they'll reopen it sometime. Before the Cliff House, you also go past the Sutro Bath ruins, and you can run around there, and that's kind of fun. More stairs, more stairs there. So you get lots of stairs there. You go past all that Sutro Baths and more stairs, and then can go down the hill past the Cliff House to Ocean Beach, and that's kind of cool. The Tompkins Stairs. Now, in the corner of the quaint San Francisco neighborhood, Bernal Heights, lies Tompkins Stairs. Bernal Heights doesn't get any tourists. It's a very quiet neighborhood. It could be in the suburbs. It's really cool neighborhood. A lot of people love living there because it's very friendly. It's very neighborhoody. It's a really nice place. They have a lot of really nice restaurants there on Cortlandt Avenue. They have a lot of really great places for breakfast and lunch, a lot of coffee places, dinner places. It's really nice. But the hills in Bernal Heights are no joke. Tompkins Stairs are no joke. The tiles aren't flashy. There's a rainbow theme, but it looks really nice. The area is very hilly, and you will get a lot of work. And the thing is that 2 blocks away from Tompkins Stairs is the steepest street in San Francisco, and it's the second steepest street in the U.S., sitting behind Waipio Valley Road in Hawaii, which is more of an alleyway than an actual street. Bradford Street is 41% grade. It is the second steepest street in the U.S. It is really no joke. So if you've had your fill at Tompkins Stairs, just go up to Bradford Street and get some workout, get some hill workout there. It is really, really tough. 41% grade. Yeah. Ouch. You will test your lung power, I'm telling you. And then afterwards, go to Cortlandt Avenue, and you can get some lunch or coffee or whatever you want. Now, if you want to stay in Bernal Heights, there is some more stuff you can do. You can go to Esmeralda Slide Steps. There's a really cool spot near Bernal Heights Park. Now, there's a hill in Bernal Heights called Bernal Heights Hill. You get all kinds of views from this area that you wouldn't from other places. See, Bernal Heights is in the southern part of San Francisco, so it gives you whole new perspective of the city. And like I said, it doesn't have the glitz and glamour of Coit Tower because it's not touristy. It's very much a living place where San Franciscans go to. Esmeralda Park is really neat. There's slides there. Not only do you have steps, but there are slides. So you can go up the steps and come down the slides. It's kind of cool. It's a little park. There's some places for the kids to play on, and there's slides. And I'll tell you, the adults slide down those slides as much as the kids do. So don't feel self-conscious about doing it. Go ahead and slide. It's fun. I did it when I was there. It was really fun. It's a cool place. And then you can go up to Bernal Heights Park, and you can go up to the top of the hill and take a look around. It's very nice. And a lot of people use that park. It's very popular. A lot of people bring their dogs up. It's just a really friendly area. I love that part of the city. I love that neighborhood. It's just really, really nice. A lot of stuff. And you can't beat Cortlandt Street. A lot of great, great places to eat and to get breakfast or coffee. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. All right, Sand Ladder. Now, if you're in the Presidio, I've talked about the Presidio a lot. You can check out my episode I did when I first started on the Presidio. I had a guest from the Presidio there, and we talked about it. Now, on the west end at the ocean of the Presidio lies Baker Beach. Baker Beach is a really cool beach. I think it's a better beach than Ocean Beach, personally. It's not as large, but it's cleaner and it's nicer. The sand is better. It's just a nicer place. It's great for a quick run in the sand and enjoying the views of the headlands and Sea Cliff, and you can see Golden Gate Bridge from there as well, if the weather is agreeable. Now, on the north end is clothing optional, so if you're into that kind of thing, the north part is for you. Of course, the weather has to be agreeable, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. The sand ladder is one way to get down to the beach. You can do that. I mean, you can drive all the way down to the parking lot if you want, or if you don't want to do that, the sand ladder is another way to go. Some people do that. Some people, there's a parking spaces along the road there along Lincoln, and you can park on Lincoln and go down the sand ladder if you want. It's tough going down those stairs, though. The stairs are made of wood and then they have sand, so you're walking in sand all the way down. If you think walking stairs is tough, try walking stairs with sand. Way tougher. Way, way tougher. But it's cool. I mean, you get your stairs workout, you get your calves get stronger, your ankles get stronger, your lower legs are going to hate you. Let's put it that way. But it's neat. It's a really, really neat idea. It's very different. Let's put it that way. Now, the Lion Street steps and the Baker Street steps. Okay, the Lion Street steps. Now, these are in the Marina District, and they're right next to the Presidio on the north side. I mean, they're right next to it. Well, the Lion Street steps are right next to the Presidio, and the Lion Street steps are very popular with the locals in the neighborhood. It's a great place to work out. A lot of the locals always work out there. There will always be locals on the Lion Street steps. No matter the weather, there's somebody out there going up and down those stairs. It's a very, very popular place to get their steps in on the steps. I didn't need to make a joke there, but it is an extremely popular place for locals in the area to work out. It's beautiful. You get these beautiful views of the bay from there. It's really nice. You get a little protection from the wind from the trees in the Presidio. It's a really nice area. The stairs themselves are not that pretty. Now, the landscaping on either side of the stairs is really nice and it's kept up, so it looks very nice. It's a really nice area. I like it a lot. Now, if you want a little bit quieter area where there aren't any people and there are never people, go to the Baker Street steps, and that's a block. Oh, that's a block away from the Lion Street steps. There's steps there. They're gone down those. I've gone up them once. I've gone down them once at different times, and there's never been anybody there when I've done it. So I would say if you want a little bit more privacy, if you just want a little bit more quiet, maybe some tree lined, because you'll get shade, go to Baker Street. There's shade there. It's beautiful. You'll go past some beautiful houses. Whereas the Lion Street steps are more open. There's no shade. You only go past like apartment buildings and these big mansion type houses there. It's nice, but it doesn't have the neighborhood feel as Baker Street steps do. Both good choices. The last steps I want to talk about are the Larkin Street steps. And these steps are part of the newest park in San Francisco, Francisco Park. And I love this park. It's a small little park on Bay Street, 2 blocks from Van Ness. It's easy to get to. It's a really well-designed park. I like it a lot. On the bottom level, there is a big dog park. It's always fun. There's always crowded with dogs. And then you go up. You can either go up the stairs or you go up this nice ramp that gets you up to the main part of the park. And there's a big green area that you can play in. There's lots of seating. There's a big, big playground area for the kids. There's really nice, clean bathrooms. There's water available. It's just a fabulous area. And it used to be a water reservoir. There used to be in the front, there used to be this rundown green park area. And it was just ugly. And in the back, there was a covered water reservoir. And there are reservoirs like that all over the city. And they turned this one into a park. I guess they didn't need the reservoir anymore, so they turned this one into a park. And it's really, really nice. And like I said, on the one side of it, there are the stairs. And the stairs are really, really tough. It's a long one, but it's a really nice way to go. You go up the stairs. Oh, and then at the top of the stairs, there's a garden. There's a community garden, and that's really cool to check out. So when you get up the top of the stairs, you can check out the community garden, you walk past it, and then you can go and you get water if you need it. If you're tired out and you didn't bring water with you, it's right there. Very, very nice. There are lots of just great stairs. I just highlighted a few of them. It's very fun. I hope this gets you motivated to go out and walk stairs because it really is tough. I mean, when I go out and do them and I look up the stairs, I say, "Oh, great, more stairs, yay." But I tell you, when I get to the top, it's such a feeling of accomplishment. I'm tired out, I can't breathe very well, but boy, I feel good because I tackled these tough stairs and the views. The views make it well worth it, doesn't it? Pretty cool. I haven't been able to run these last few days because I've been working so much. I had to put in some overtime last week because one of my colleagues was absent, so I covered for her. But it was tough. It was hard, so not a whole lot of running. But the good news is this week I only worked 2 days. I have 5 days off, so I will make up for my running this week. I'm gonna do some fun stuff too. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for lots of stuff on the show. Lots of great shows coming up. So thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Of course, there's a link for the show, which I can't really tell you because it's too complicated now. I don't have the old website, as you know, but everything will be available for you. And yeah, go tackle some stairs, all right? And on that note, let's tie up our shoelaces and go for a run.